Today has been a very difficult one. A day from hell is how I'd describe it. It's raining really hard right now outside, and you can probably hear it. You won't be able to see it because it's like midnight right now. But the dissociation today was like so high, it was off the scales. Like, I went for a walk, and I'm surprised I could even walk in a straight line because everything was just almost spinning. I just wanted to sit on the ground and curl up in a ball, and I managed like 20 minutes outside, which was a big win, I guess. But ever since then, that was like probably like 3 or 4 p.m. when I went out. I've been in bed. Not even closing my eyes fixes this level of spinniness, of disconnection, of dissociation. Like, sorry, I'm getting into bed. I don't even know why I got out of bed in the first place. It's freezing. Yeah, so I got home. But the way I would articulate me DPDR is like brain freeze. Do you know when you like as a kid or as an adult when you eat ice cream and your brain freezes up and like the helplessness you feel and like the overwhelming sensation that it brings? That's how I'd describe the dissociation when it gets to this level. Like, not even closing my eyes, lying here with all the lights off, the telly off, helped. I still felt like everything was moving too fast. Like, my brain was just so overwhelmed. My body was suffering. I was getting like chills. Like, literally, I was showing all the signs of like someone in septic shock. My heart rate was going through the roof, like sweating, chills, freezing cold, then boiling hot. When I puked. So like all those things happen when it gets to like an overwhelming level, and like it's still going on now. But since I've been sick, it's been a bit more bearable. But it is like it's like a camera out of focus. Like when it isn't focusing right, it's like everything's way more off than usual, I guess. Yeah, it's a weird one. The creaking sounds of bed, by the way. But yeah, when I was saying about the sepsis, like obviously I know I don't have it, but I'd be lying if I said my brain wasn't screaming at us saying that there's something horribly wrong. When you're showing all these signs and symptoms, it's very difficult to suppress it and process it, because like you can't take your mind off it because your mind's the problem. So that's a challenge. Obviously now I know I'm fine. Like I'm not ill. It's just pretty certain it's just the DPDR kicking me off. But I got through it. I'll go to sleep and I'll probably wake up tomorrow at my baseline level. But it has always been hitting us. Like this past week, I think it's been hitting us about maybe 5 p.m, 6 p.m. It starts getting bad for a couple of hours, and it's trying to work out why. I've just seen a comment when I loaded up YouTube from, I think, Corbin, I think I'm saying your name right, talking about mirtazapine, and maybe that might be the cause of the dissociation, why it's getting bad at certain points. But my DPDR has been here since before any medication. I haven't really noticed it being any worse since starting the mirtazapine. I've been on it nearly a year now. When I try and process things and work it out, maybe I think I take the mirtazapine on the evening. Sometimes it's like midnight. I take it 1 a.m. sometimes. But if it was the mirtazapine causing it or worsening it, I'd feel bad in the probably 2 hours after taking it, but I feel absolutely fine. Like after I take it, it doesn't worsen it. The dissociation is never bad around the time I take it, if that makes sense. And you'd think the peak levels are 2 hours if you take the med. And then obviously it makes you tired, so it might be difficult because I go to sleep afterwards, but I don't think it's a mirtazapine. As well, like, maybe it's like getting out of my system the following evening, like maybe the level, me mirtazapine blood levels are dropping. Maybe I'm getting withdrawal symptoms by then, maybe, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure mirtazapine stays in your blood for like 4 days, something like that, for it to fully get out of your system. So yeah, it's things like that I try and work out. But I also take magnesium supplements. I take 400 milligrams of magnesium citrate on the evening. Maybe your body's going into withdrawal from that. Like, it could be anything. Like, there's caffeine in my little drinks that I drink. Maybe if I'm not having them at the same time every day, but caffeine with, like, do you know what I mean? It could be so many different things, and when you start diving into it, it's a slippery oh, fuck's sake, it's a slippery slope. So I really don't know. It could be just the way my brain is, living its life nowadays. I mean, I had a stressful day yesterday evening, so maybe that contributed to it being worse today, but I really don't know. So many different factors, and it can't be all of them, might be none of them. But yeah, I've definitely heard about people saying that their dissociation began after the start meds, and I'm sure I've heard someone say mirtazapine caused theirs, so it is a possibility for other people's to be worsened by it, but I don't think mine is. So yeah, everyone's different on this, so you can never really tell. I don't really know myself, I'm just trying to figure it all out, but that's my little rainy midnight rant. I don't know if you can still hear the rain, but it is absolutely lashing it. And I'm sorry I always post videos of this without a top on. I don't really care about people saying this stuff, and I'm most comfortable when I'm in bed. This is me normal state, and I always put my hand on the back of my neck. I'm not doing it to show me tattoos off, I promise. It's just like a nervous thing. I noticed that when I was editing the videos the other day. It's random stuff, but yeah, I hope you're all good. I've got an interesting start of the day tomorrow. I need to try and wake up for 9 a.m. to do a at-home blood test. So I need to jab my finger and squirt some blood into 2 little tubes to try and get some more in-depth blood results. That'll help us with me mirtazapine review video, because it's going to give us like my cholesterol levels and loads of different things. And I want to make sure I have loads of in-depth information for stuff like that, and it'll also be useful to know me testosterone levels and all those kind of things, just to kind of gauge me whether that's impacting my mental health, and so I can give you more in-depth videos, I guess, more in-depth information into what's going on in this bag of bones there. But yeah, hope you're all good, and I'll catch you real soon. This rain is wild. Can you hear it bouncing? Part mental health, part ASMR.